This is channeling up. That's a reclaim down with the complete, and that's an actual okay complete because it's gone more than 4 ticks. See that reclaim took it? Now this is channeling upwards, so we could, and it's at the bottom of a slip, so we could attempt potentially, but that's not the best of hands. Right here, attempt it there. This is not a good hand though, so we could take a loss. Nobody is buying at all. Only a 1 lot came in. You see that? So we should pull it for a 2 tick. Now they're hitting it. Now we can attempt it. This is still a bad hand. This is actually a terrible hand. This is a very dog shit hand. Now they're still not buying it. So this is gonna puke low and I'm gonna get blown out. See? That's a bottom tick of a range right there, so I could probably take it for a smaller loss. Now it's pinning, and now it's, yeah, we're gonna get stopped out. So that was a really terrible hand. That was, and I said it was beforehand. It's kind of bottom ticking that, so we'll try to get it to milk in for a smaller loss. And we take it for a break even. We do not hold that. So those channels are very dangerous, but also you were trading in the middle, so the probabilities aren't there. I do like this, but it does have an incomplete. See, now it's coming back, so this bottom tick here could actually get blown out. So let's look for a short. Let's look for a micro range to the short side. So she's actually starting to slip here. Let's erase everything. So you have a double bottom there. Now this is not a good hand to short yet. Yeah. Again, this is very aggressive trading. This isn't right. We're trying to play every little hand we can. This is the top tick with a complete. And there's a slip below. She's failing. Pull it. Try it one more time because there's a slip below us. Look how bad that stall is, but the slip will take it. There's the slip. Could come back. But that double bottom, there's a high probability that double bottom is going to let go. Now we could mid roll at 3 through the other slip, right? If we took the whole trade off there, we'd be doing just fine, and we'd be up. Our equity curve would be hitting its all-time high for this little session, but we're not. Notice how it's stuck it is here. Hit the slip. Bottom tick of this micro range, this bad because there's a slip above us. Let's take the whole thing. So that was a good little trade. So remember, we was up like what, 350 or some bullshit. So now we should be up a little more than 350. We're up 550 now. So we took $100 loss, break even, $100 loss, 400 win. So now we're actually up 550. It's just keep watching, Rect. I'm when I just it's just a fast move. See how slow it is here? When it moves extraordinarily quickly, that is a now we could have continued to hold that. There's your bottom tick. That's what we should have potentially held it to. But I do need to show good habits of paying for loss. It's just where the market goes really quick. Right there, that's all slip. It's a reclaim too. See, it's the average, it's a higher than average move. We'll watch this from micro ranging. Bottom, look for a bottom tick there. There's a bottom tick there. We can try it. This is dangerous. This is very dangerous. Take it for that little loss. There's a slight flip here, but it's not going. I'm going to get fucked at this point. So we need to take it. There's a bottom tick there. We can try it again, and it should let go. There it is, but it's not letting go very good. We should hit this reclaim up. It could top tick here. And then we're going to want to pull it ASAP. ASAP. Fuck. We'll flat it. So we lost 150 to make 250. So now we're up 650 on this section. So he's looking for, and I was just watching that order flow there, and it kept stalling. Now this is retracing. This could roll, or this does have the potential of running up. That is an extreme V. So let's look for the V. So now we have a high probability hold where we can double up size. Again, this isn't, hey, this is demo for all of you watching. And this is overly aggressive trading. Watch out for this reclaim here. We need to see it bottom tick. You have quad zeros above. There's a bottom tick. Watch it carefully. So we tried to get it. That quad zero should pull. Let it come in. Now our aces were down here. That's a top tick. We don't chase that. See how that's a top tick of a potential range here? Now if it keeps pushing here, it could go up, but that's not a hot hand. Bottom tick right there on the slip. Let's see if they can sell it. We can attempt it here. We couldn't get filled, and that was a double 8 lot trade. There's a high probability of this actually going up, but we're not getting what we need. So we keep waiting. Sometimes we miss the hand, and then when we miss the hand, we miss the hand. What it needs to do is it needs to come in here or some shit. The closer we are to this point of control, the shittier the hand is. So we're gonna wait for the flop. We're gonna wait for the flop. This could be a mid roll, by the way, so there is a chance of it to continue down. This is no good. Two lot up there. We do need to mark that. So now it's starting to range out. So now it's slipping in this section because it's moving quickly through this middle section. There's not quite a bottom tick. It's 18 by 4. And it's pinning, so it's going to puke lower, most likely. High probability of a lower puke. And then they're not hitting in the slip. It needs a puke lower. There it is. There's now it could roll right here. We did get a complete. Now we can attempt it. Not working. Take it off. It should have went. So that's telling me it probably needs to go lower. Let it come down. That's an extreme test high. It's going to go lower. There is a reclaim on that, though. That could assist the trade back up. See, that was actually very sloppy. That hit was very sloppy. That's actually really bad hit. So we'll manage it out. Bottom tick. It needs to puke more. There's only a 4-lot trading here. That's okay. The problem is sometimes it goes so fast that we can't even fucking get it. This is what happens when you have bad volatility. Now I'm just being stupid. Now I'm being extremely stupid. This is going to blow out on me. So we've given everything back. So that was really, all that was terrible. We don't have a range either. It's channeling down. Now that's an okay pullback. Again, the volatility is shit too, so let's keep that in mind. Now it's probably going to blow out. We do have a mid roll. There's your zeros. There's your slip. And it is kind of a bottom tick on the slip. Nobody's willing to buy. It's going to go lower. We can attempt it here. This is very difficult. Now I'm going to get fucked. It's so hard to get into these trades sometimes. This is why higher volatility environments like the more open is a bit easier. I mean, this open it was a little different. Top tick, reclaim. Second test of mid. Now there's a high probability of it actually running up. But now how are we going to get into it? You know what I mean? You have a slip here and it's all reclaim low. There's no micro ranges. There's no aces. There's nothing. There's a reclaim. And we go for it here. It's stalling a little too much. See that slammed down, but it slammed right back up. Now we should hopefully get it. There's very poor highs too. Top tick, that's very bad. And we have a slip. It could come back to me extremely aggressively, and it does. We can't even get out for a tick. That's how terrible the volatility is. And we're going to get fucked. So there is a bit of a reclaim there. We could probably pull it for lesser of a loss. See the stall on top of me? Let's see if it hits that reclaim. There's your bottom tick. Here's a good range. If we can just press here, it should go. But it's not. See, there's only a 3-lot, 7-lot, 10 lots is traded there. And we got this slip here. It could slip here multiples of times. That's a good lurch. They should take it. There it is. Top tick. There's a top tick all the way back. And we can't get out of it. Again, getting trapped. or there's a high probability I'm not going to be able to get out of that. There we go. 4 tick. Now we just sit. So now we top tick this more major range, so there's going to be a bigger flush. Low. Again, this is overly aggressive trading. We're trying to trade every little thing. On demo, guys, for those of you who showed up. It needs to blow this out. There's a more extreme top tick here to here. There's a reclaim here. Through the slip. Completed right there. Now it could be rotating up ever so slightly because the way it came up was kind of fast. But that's not a pair of aces, in my opinion. We could attempt it here. This would be very aggressive in that section. Pull it. This is overly aggressive. See right there, that's what we was trying to get, was that pop. But now you have this reclaim. We can't fucking get on the wrong side of that. Let it come down. See how it's just crawling downward? Now we can attempt it. This is again is a shit hand. This is a very shit hand. We're not even getting fucking filled either. That's why we paid up just now. It's not the shittest of hands, but it's not. I mean, really, it's not. And then, of course, it comes back in. We have to get out of this. We're probably trapped. Just pull it. This is cycling too much. It should have blown up right there. It's going to probably sweep lower. Doesn't mean flip the position, but there's a high probability of it actually sweeping lower. Now somebody's advertising right there. Third test, that I didn't see that happening. Top tick. There's that puke. It's probably going to continue to run lower. But there's a reclaim here, and it takes that reclaim. And if it stalls here, which it may not, that could have been the pullback it needed to get up. We can attempt it here. But that's a shit hand too. Reason being is it's not blowing up, and I think it needs to retrace harder. Now somebody's, again, this is a really bad hand. There it goes. We should get it to blow out all of this because there's a channel of stop runs here. I wouldn't want to necessarily play this hand for real. See the stall here? It should crack, hopefully, but we only got 17 lots trading there. We have to get out. It's going to fuck us. For a tick. So I don't know what's happening in this section. So I'm extremely confused. And also we're playing on the point of control, which is not good. So it's cycled in here way too much that I'm completely fucking confused at this point. So now that we're confused, we should wait. There's some good buying right there. See, it's not blowing any of this bullshit out right here. We're not bottom ticking, top ticking, nothing. That could be a bottom tick, but it could continue. It's probably the puke might continue lower. There it is. But it's only creeping. So watch the more major pivot. This would be the more major pivot, 0.50. There's a reclaim up. Clear it. It's trading a little, it's trading fast on the 175s. So it went through there kind of quick. There's the more major bottom tick. The mids are coming in. We can attempt it here. Probably need to pull the trade. I don't want to get filled on that 4 lot. There's a slip right here. There it is. High probability. This is a very high probability. These are pocket aces with a poor high, with the bottom tick on a bigger range. So that was a very solid play. Now it is top ticking. Let's go ahead and bump. We do want to see that get hit. So I'm not gonna, I know the trade's coming back and whatnot, but we want to pay attention to that. 625. So we want to see 625 get hit. So we'll just mark it right here. So I'm going to put low node. Okay. Unfortunately, she's coming back, right? That is really bad. If it gets stuck here, then it's going to come to me. There's a reclaim here. It needs to take that reclaim. See how it's taking the reclaim? Now it's stalling the top. Okay, these are weak offers here. It should bump up at least 2 ticks really quickly. 1, 2. 2 ticks quickly. But it could come back to these 2 ticks just as fast, which it just did. So that's not good. The trade's high probability of the trade actually coming to me. We never top tick though. We did get an extreme low. We're still long biased because of that very hard pivot low. It's probably not pictured. And also in this environment, holding these types of things isn't good. Really, if we cut the whole trade up here, we would be okay, but see it's just getting stuck here and it's turning. This is extremely bad. The EV of the hand, this is the river and the turn and all that bullshit, and it's telling me this is bullshit at this point. There we go. There's your weak offers. So there's a slip here. See how fast it goes there? Slip, slip, slip. Now, if it gets stuck here, well, it's obviously slipping the slower section, but if it hits 350s, it'll get stuck, and if it hits 375, it'll bump up really quick. But it has to get up there, and it's not. It keeps wicking upward, and it never bottom ticked here. It could get stuck here and start rolling in. So now the auction is going lower and lower and lower. So as the auction is progressively going lower, this is bad. Now, if we can hit right here, see how it's 15 by 22? Obviously, it comes back in, unfortunately. This is why the slip needs to be on the front end of you. But if it can keep hitting here and getting stuck here, then it'll go. Unfortunately, this is going to come back. There's a bottom tick, but see how it's embedding and we're getting fucked? We'll rely on that reclaim to get it back in. But see how it's not hitting up there? It's only 1 by. It needs to go through that slip, and it won't even go through that slip. There's more downturn on this trade if it can't get through this slip. There's through the slip. But then it comes right the fuck back. It needs to get stuck up there. It needs to start getting stuck somewhere there. Now it's shifted, sediment shift. If it hits here, it should bump really quick, 2 ticks. Oh, there's your 2 tick bump. Top tick of this other major pivots. So this range could be treated as that. But we've not hit 625. That is still on deck. Keep holding it. Watch that 625. We're gonna pull the trade if it stalls hard here. pull one, pull two, and out. So now we're up 2350. So that was an example of sizing the A. So here's every trade. Here's every trade for that section. So here's these guys. I'll just go ahead and send it to y'all. Because that was a lot of trades. And we never drew down more than 50 bucks after we started to get our hot hand. Right? And then here's the last trade. And you can see where we was fighting with 8 lots at some point. And then there's the last one. Do you see how I didn't panic cut or none of that? But we did hit really bad spots, right? Yeah, I could, but we're not done. So let me actually pull it because my actual don't want you guys to see the account number for the other account. With that, if we traded what we just traded, we'd be up 8,000 bucks today. By the way, if we would have traded, we would be up 8,000. But I need to pull off those other trades because we can't be looking at that bullshit. Hide this column. Hide this column. Hide this column. Give me a second. This is the Scalp Drills account, which there's quite a few of them here. Give me a second. I'm gonna. Oh, why is it not doing what I need it to do? Shit, guys, this is not. I wish I could filter it. This is a pain in the ass, dude. I'm just saying, this is a motherfucker. Yeah, wait, there's a filter for just that bullshit? Today, I don't see it. Oh, that tack. I don't have that tack. I'm on orders. That tack does not exist. You guys aren't giving me good information. Put the mice over. Where's the fucking tack at? Like, can you like draw on there or some shit? I do not. I'm not seeing anything. Like, you guys need to tell me more clear because I'm not seeing it. And if I can't see it, then oh, I see the tack. You gotta hover over account. That's why you gotta do. You gotta hover over the account. Okay, there. All right, now we have it. Now we have it working. I didn't know you could do that. You can see where the 8s were sized in. You see how sizing the A? So like why again what's going on here? So let's look at everything. Obviously we could have continued to squeeze it, right? But we did need to pay for some of the problems that we was experiencing as well. Um so what did we have here? Top tick, bottom tick, extreme bottom tick. See how it pukes and immediate slaps in? That's a V. So top tick, bottom. So well, it obviously pukes here. Top tick, bottom tick with a V, hard V coming back in. Now we know there's a high probability of this top tick getting hit. So we are trying to actively fight into it using microstructure. So all of that matters when when we're really looking, and that's the thing. You're not seeing that much information on the 3-second chart. Your 30-second chart is really holy grail as far as and it had such poor highs here. But then remember now what we're doing is we're looking at more micro ranges, right? But I think this is where we started to get into it. We got into it, I believe, somewhere's right here, if I'm not mistaken. Because we got a bottom tick on a bigger range, right? So it goes like this with the top tick, but it's not top ticking this top tick, bottom tick. No difference than the bottom tick here. So all we're doing is playing the larger range, but we're using micro ranges to trade our way into the larger range to get a bigger move out. Does that make sense? It's all a range and a range and a fucking range. And the smaller the time frame, the more predictable the price action is. We're leveraging slips, reclaims, complete auctions. Um, and that's why letting it range out is important because when we get a top tick, bottom tick, retrace, those are your aces. But if you get in a range that funnels in like this and it's not top tick, bottom tick, what is that? That's like a fucking 10-9 or some bullshit, right? Top tick, bottom tick, ace, ace. Now we have everything is shifted now, but here's the problems. Now we need to look at this from the bigger picture perspective. Noise is your friend. Double distribution. See, we can even zoom out and look at this more major range at this point, right? The problem is it's just so fucked that holding anything is just I don't know. But you see how we sized the A? Obviously, obviously that was overly aggressive, and we were just taking a lot of examples to kind of just like show you Slim, like. So now we have this extreme move up. We're back in the mean. There are no aces. There is a micro range, right? See the micro range, and it's working out. And that's auction market theory in a nutshell too. So clear alerts. Where does the DOM jerk up? See how it's jerking up right here? So if it presses here, it'll go up quickly, which it just did. So right here's all a slip. See how it gets stuck below it? But if it hits up here, it goes quick. You see how it goes quick in that section but then it slows down on any other end of it? And you never want that to your backside. This is why when you guys see these fast movements and you go with it, you get fucked up. But also structurally, what do you have below it? Yeah, you got a slip. Could I long the slip here? Sure. But what do you have below it? A point of control. That could suck the trade back down. So having that to your backside and this to your front side isn't good. I want both of these to my front side. And then I have a better hand. That's not a good hand. We have okay cards with this, but it's not a good, it's just not good. See how the mean's sucking it in? Right here you have a slip. See how fast it went? So look, now it gets stuck here. So between this section, you have a slip down and a slip up. So if I was attempting to get long here, that's a coin flip. But coming in long down here is a higher probability. There's a range with a bottom tick. Can that complete? Can this complete? That's too high of a number. It's no longer a bottom tick. See how it's overdoing itself? So now I'm not sure what to make of it. There is a reclaim above us. We should erase that because that is not a complete. Hold on. So now it's completing here. So there's a reclaim up. It could hit that reclaim up. It's not taking the reclaim up. There's a complete. That is a very good complete. High probability of the reclaim getting taken. But you have quad zeros here, so that could pull it back in. Right? So we don't want quad zeros behind us. This could be a top tick or it could continue to run. That's a top tick. See this little square? Now we want to see it hit below the quads. And then we could attempt it. We could attempt it here long. But we have the quad zeros on our backside. So that's actually not a good idea. See how nobody's buying? We should cut it. Only a 3 lot came in. And really the larger picture is pointing to a downside move. Now it's, see, this isn't high probability. See how there's no bottom tick, top tick? We could attempt a short, but the problem is like, yes, the problem is that zero could suck it back in. So let it hit here. How bad is it going to hit here? Is that a bottom tick? It's not. It's an actual breakout because of the higher time frame. There is a reclaim up. Then I'm not trying to actually press that. See that V pattern? That's important to watch. And then a one lot just traded here. Let it get a little closer to the lows. Now it's mean reverting. Let it come down a little bit. See, there's a slight range here. We can hit it. That's not a high quality hand, FYI. It's a very aggressive hand. See, now it's getting stuck here. That's a problem. We're going to take another loss. This isn't good. This is completely failing. And we can't even get out right there. That was all too aggressive. Yes, the V was good, but now it's no longer a V. This is a continuation down. But we don't want to just short it. We want to see something, like some sort of pullback. We could attempt to short it, but it's going to be excruciatingly aggressive. Here's a top tick of a small range. If it stalls here, this could be an attempt. I see how it's not going. It needs a puke. This could slam in hard. It's going to. The fucking offers are weak. See, it's slipping in this section. I mean, it could still puke, but it's slipping too much. This is gonna probably puke up. It needs to puke up. But it's embedded down here. This is not a good V pattern because it's not no longer valid. The longer it sits here, the more aggressive the move will be. It rolled the bottom of the slip, but it didn't bottom tick. There's your slip. It should puke. Too much stall. Top tick. Top tick. Pull it for a tick. See a top tick, the range? I expected it to unwind a little harder, but now you have a okay range with no bottom tick. High probability of a move down, but the problem is the slip is behind us. The problem is the slip is right behind us. And it's got stuck here for so long that I don't trust it. There's a slip assist. It's sticking in here way too fucking long. Bottom tick. Very aggressive. Bottom tick. It should slap off of that. No selling. This is high probability move up. And it comes right back in. That's bad. I need to cut it. It should have puked it, and it didn't. It could be okay. Yeah, there it goes. That's what we was trying to get, but we can't get that all the time. It's just that little jerk right there just was an EV shift. Now, but here's the thing. See how it chopped here? This right here, I'm gonna look for it to actually pull back down. You have a reclaim down, and all that chopping down there is a sign of a mean revert. But I do want to see it hit a little harder on the upside. Top tick. We can attempt it. This is kind of aggressive. Pull it. Try to get that reclaim. Kind of didn't want to get filled, actually. That was a bit of a chase. And my hands progressively got worse as we went down with it. So we're going to get fucked here. Really needed to get filled up there. So we got fucked. And that reclaim filled. So chasing it, and that's the problem, is trying to get in it at times. So now I don't have no idea what it's doing. So that was like, stupid. These quad zeros pulled it, so having those behind us isn't good. This is nothing. There's nothing here at this point. Obviously, obviously this is shifting and rotating back up. See, as we kept going down, our hand progressively got shittier. It's channeling up, but I can't play these channels. Those suck. Those channels are shit. There's a slip here. See, that channel is gonna fail, but how bad is it gonna fail? I don't fucking know. You have more slips here. You do have a small range in this section. And the mean could suck it back up. Well, let's look at this. And that point of control could roll. That is a top tick, and that could be a VPOC roll. These aren't the best of hands. Here's your flip low. Let it come back. There's a bit of slipping here. The point of control is pulling it. This is no longer. There's nothing here. There's no high quality time frame bullshit. See, there's really no ranging, like solid enough ranging. That bottom is kind of weird too. We have nothing. Like, I'm thoroughly confused at this point. So this is a terrible spot. Now we could attempt to use the bullshit, and since there's such poor lows, this point of control could roll. We could try it. It's not the best of hands. I rather do it up here though. We just have to see what it does in this section, because we could use that to suck the trade in. So that there's really solid buying right there. And then you have this slip here as well. Look for a top tick. That's probably not going to work. There's a slight slip here, so I get a free peek. There's my free peek. Slip through here, but the slip could roll. It could come right back. Now this other slip could go. There's a channel. If it breaks that channel, there's going to be a bunch of stop runs. There's your stop run. There's a complete there. That the completes are actually actively walking up, so that's actually not good. This is bad. See, this is extremely bad. Because it didn't sell here, that's because of that, that's telling me there's a whole nother fucking story. That pivot alone has changed everything drastically. We don't want to long it though, because all this bullshit's behind us. Now, if it does struggle here, which is not, it actually there's a slight slip right here in this section. We have all these completes down here. Looks like they're stop running them. Double bottom. We can attempt to hit this slip. It's kind of aggressive though. Actually, that was stupid because there's a reclaim below us. And there's a range here. I'm going to get fucked on this. Um, let's see if it slips back up. It's stalling right there. There's a complete. We might get it here. Watch the number there. See how that number's not pressing. Pull it. Okay, now it's slipping harder on the up end. Now we can get it. But there's a slip below us. I chased it a little too much. See how it's slamming lower? I'm going to get fucked again. I'm going to get fucked. Again, these are really bad spots. You have a slip up. There's another slip right above. If it just presses here ever so slightly, we should get the peak. Now it's rolling on my entry. There's the peak with a poor high. With a lot of buying on the mids. Top tick. Pull. It could go. I don't want to chase it though. It really could. Nah, man, look at that bullshit. That's twice it's lurched. That's twice it's fucking lurched. We could flip the position, but we can't get into it. This is actually starting to get way too slippery. This is actually really bad. See, this is really bad trading at this point. Where are we? Oh, that's why. Yeah, that's all terrible. We don't need to fuck with that. That makes sense why it's so fucking shitty. There's that move up. Look how hard it is to get that move up though, man. What did it hit? Theoretically, we shouldn't be hitting any of this bullshit. It could roll that. I mean, but none of this is high probability. None of this is high probability at this point. There's nothing here. This is the worst type of price action too. In all honesty, this is the way it's doing this. There's nothing here. There's a bit of a bottom tick. Now she's starting to bleed. But there's a reclaim back there, so you got to be careful because of that reclaim. There's a complete. It just completed. But this reclaim is too dangerous. It needs to go to 675. Which is not. That's always a good sign. But I would still wait for that reclaim to pull up. That's not good. So now if it hits the reclaim, it could continue up. There's a complete. There's a slight slip right here. We could try it. Not the best of trades at all, by any means. There's a slight slip. I could get a break even right there. Let's see if it presses that slip. It's not. There it goes. Through the reclaim. They're jamming it more, so the chances of it coming back are not there. But if the longer it stays here, the higher probability of coming back. There's your comeback. But this meme could pull it. See this reclaim right here? That's bad. Oh, ooh, that's good. See that fucking one lot traded there and then it rolled, it didn't go through it. Now I feel good. Just that alone, that little wick makes that's the flop. That's the turn, that's the river. Just that piece of information alone. So now because of that, I'm extremely confident in a blowout through the mean. But obviously this trying to hold this is going to be goddamn near impossible. That theoretically I should have pulled it there and fixed. Yep. Reclaim down. I'm waiting for the reclaim down. See how it's not reclaiming low? That's bad. Reclaim down. Nah, we're fucked. Get out of there. It wasn't taking that reclaim. It kept embedding. Now it started. Now it wants to auction here. This is also the type of market where you can't hold nothing. You can't hold shit in this fucking environment. It doesn't let you. So I don't know what we're looking at either. This looks like a big sloppy pile of dog shit. It is. Because it did all that bullshit, I wouldn't really there's your top tick. But it has all this slip above us. If it hits this 11 again, it's probably gonna go. Hold on. Right there. There might be a free peak. There's my free peak. Maybe I can get it. Maybe it'll come back. Who fucking knows? There we go. That's good buying. But see this fucking goddamn where this liquidity is? That's a problem. We could probably get it to 14, hopefully. No, actually could roll 11s. That's good. That's an incomplete. But it's not going. They're not willing to buy anymore. See that a 3 lot hit there, a 4 lot? There we go. Now it's got a slight slip there. We might actually be able to get this. If we can get this, then we're pretty golden. I need to look at this bullshit. Hold on. Come on, baby. Creep them. We'll take it there. So I don't know what was the P&L because we did get a little fucked up. We were at 2,300, right? Hold on, guys. Well, what are we at? We're at 3,150, so we did take a bit of a lick. So we're at 3150. But we did take really bad hits, but I mean, you can see how the equity curve is going up. But we're also being overly aggressive too. Yes, a slip is a thinner. How many times have I got sorry, Mike, but it's to the point where it's very annoying to keep re-explaining the same shit. Have you not been here? Like I've constantly talked about what a slip was and shown examples. See, the real plays are fucking waiting for, like, instead of playing this bullshit in here, see how we're getting fucked up? The real trick is to fucking play it the fuck on these edges. That has such a shit low though, and we just actually top ticked. Hold on. Let's see if we can actually play it. There's a massive reclaim. There's a liquidity zone on 10, so it clearly wants that because nobody can fucking get in the trades. That reclaim, we need to see if that reclaim gets hit. There's your top tick. There are some slips below us, so we can attempt it. No, we're gonna. Okay, there we go. That's good. We're gonna get fucked. Pull it. It's pinning too much here. There's something going on that. See how fast it goes through this section? All that. But now we're not postured, but this whole bullshit right there was there's your bottom tick. If it comes in, there's a high probability of this not going down. There's a slight slip right here. Let it come up and take advantage of the slip for a continuation down. This isn't a pair of aces though. It needs to come up more. Now if it does come back up more, the trade's not the same though because of all that movement. See, getting in there was the best, but then it started hovering and that just was a problem. So we will miss them at times. So now we got to wait for something. There's a really aggressive slipping in this section right here. Just how fast it moves through here. Let it come up a little bit. That's the problem though. Now I'm too slow. I can't get it. Now, and this isn't going to work. We have a double top here. There's a high probability that I can't do this now. That's the flop. If it comes back in, there's your flop. The trade, and if it comes back up there, the trade is no longer what the trade was. See right here? See how it's coming back in? There's a high probability it actually goes up now because this trade is no longer valid at this point. There's excruciatingly aggressive slips, but you're getting in between two of them right here, so that's a problem. Now we can probably get it. Okay, that's slipping a little hard right here. So much stall. Okay, hold on. Try it there. That's a little too aggressive. See how they're not hitting that? Only a one lot. There we go. We can get the free peak. Now there's a poor high. We're not going to get shit. We're going to get fucked. Hold on. We take it there. Looking for more slips. See, they're not selling here. There's an aggressive press right there. We can attempt it there for a free peek. I can't get into it. That was actually a little stupid. No, it's still shifting lower. With these poor lows, I'm going to get fucked again. I'm going to get absolutely decimated at this point. And this is a bad area too, structurally. Let's just take the stop. Let's see if we can manage it a little bit. Let it, yeah, right there. That's all I'm going to get out of it. There we go. So now you kind of have some bullshit going on, but this is still shooting down. I mean, really, we should be short biased, but whatever. This could be a point of control roll. This is could do some bullshit where it starts bouncing in here, but we do have the top tick as well. See, now there's a reclaim low though. You don't chase that. And the problem getting long here is the mean could pull it. There's no ranges, there's nothing. This is all trash. There's a slip down here, so the way it's dancing at this point, we could maybe get a continuation low, but it's not a good hand. There's a bottom tick right there, actually. That's not good. You can see it right here. So see that 3, if it barely pulls back right here? Okay, well, it is. That's okay, never mind. Fuck what I'm saying. Remove a bunch of this bullshit. There is a reclaim up, but you're trying to go against the mean. There's a slip here. We could probably get that fucking reclaim. Man, see, and it's not. We gotta pull it. It could hit that upper slip, but we're kind of at this. Man, see, that's the thing. This is so hard to get. Let it come in. Really poor highs at this point. This isn't a little too aggressive. That was actually a really bad idea. That was not good at all. Now, see how it's stalling me? They're pressing, which is good. I could probably give it just a moment. Now it's not so good. That's good. No, that's actually a complete. There we go. Now they could hit that slip up. Oh, that's really bad. We need to get out of there. We're fucked. Just like that, you're fucked. Just being that much slower. That's why I don't like topside breakouts, man. Just like that, fucked instantly. Fucked instantly. Fucked instantly. This is still a very bad area. Really, we should be trading with the trend too. This is still a shit area. Like a lot of these plays you're seeing are terrible, terrible locations, terrible attempts. Well, not terrible attempts. It's good techniques, but just bad fucking locations on the higher time frame. Yeah, well, I got fucked hard there. Like that was just a really bad fucking. And I knew it was coming too. I knew it was gonna come because it top ticked and the way it slammed me. Theoretically, I should have, but then again, you had slipping up there. But the more we trade in these central locations, the more that shit starts to not matter at all. This is all really fucked. Like it starts to get more random, more difficult. We can attempt, like and there's no reason to be doing that on 8 lots either. Probably should start to remove some of this bullshit. We'll watch though. See, and now it's too risky to short. See how it keeps going up. There's no good micro ranges. There could be a deviation roll here. No, she's popping right there. So right here is a slight pop. Missed it. Bottom tick. You still have that pop on the low right here. But then you're fighting the mean, so that's not ideal. They're barely able to sell it here. There they go. Pop tick. Reclaim. Let's see if it reclaims up. It does. It's still pressing. So here's your slipping. But you do have a range here, so you're trying to buy the top of a range, which isn't good. Now I want to look for barely any buying. I'm looking for some barely any buying, but now it's still slipping up. There's a complete sediment flip here. Now you got a slip on the low, but there's a puke. Oh, it's 250. Well, there's no point in actually trading 250. We'll try. There's a huge reclaim back down. I didn't realize what time it was either. That's a problem. Okay, see it right there? There's a fucking. Now, wait. That stall right there, there's a free peek up. I'm not getting it. I need to cut it. Nope, don't take it. See, that's what I was trying to get. But see how it's not like actively blasting it? There it goes. Now it is. It's slipping this middle section. There's a huge reclaim on the bottom too. Let's see if it mid rolls here. That reclaim could be good, but if it, look, see how it's bottom ticking it. Let's see if it takes it. They taken it. I wanted that, but there was nothing up there. And then of course it's gonna reclaim up, but then it could reclaim down slightly. That's a top tick. Well, not really a top tick. Let it see, it needs to come down lower. There's a major slip above if we can get it. And we got it, but it came right back. This is why this volatility is a little shitty, and it's pinning here, so I may get fucked if we can get it to roll it in. There we go, through the slip. See how it's too much bullshit. There hasn't been a top tick, so there now that it's mean revert. I mean, it could VPOC roll. We got to get out of there. Yeah. Still a really bad location, by the way. And there's a reclaim low. There's some slipping here. But they're not actively buying. There's a bit of a bottom tick. Now there could be a blowout. They're no longer selling. There they go. Only a 9 lot versus that much. Okay, now they're pressing. That could unwind. I might get fucked here. Let's see if we get the free peak. We didn't get the free peak. This is called you're about to get fucked. Now they might, well, it's the close too, so this is really bad price action. Yeah, let's see. That's really bad fucking price action. Let's see if they take that. Oh, they are not taking that. There we go. Now these slips should let go on the upside. Nothing. There, now it goes. It's the fucking close though, man. They don't never fucking give you shit. The close is the worst. Now it's gonna go all over the goddamn place. It's kind of a range right there. That's an extreme V, so I'm gonna get fucked. This is why I don't never trade the last 10 goddamn minutes. Ever. And I'm right above that. Yeah, we're fucked. All right, we're done. So there you go. Uh, that's why we don't never trade the last